Culture is unique in everyone, just like this Asian American individual I'm proud to be friends with. Not only is she fun to be around and a great student and great reader, she comes from a different part of the world. Her backstory is very interesting and a good look in the world most Americans don't see every day. People all around the world look at the world in different ways. Some people look at the world and dive right in and make a difference. Others live in the shadows. Life is different for everyone. Everyone has their different opinions and looks on situations and other topics. The person I interviewed was Emma Peterson, a sophomore from the same high school I attend. She's Asian American, and one thing that differs her from other people is that she doesn't even know who her real parents are. Emma does a lot of things that are very common to your average American teenager. Even though she comes from a different part of the world, she enjoys watching Netflix and listening to music. Just because are from a different part of the world does not mean they don't have the same hobbies and things to do in their free times as your average American. Just like your average teenager, Emma enjoys watching Netflix. She believes watching Netflix is a great way to connect and make friends. For example, if you watch the same show as somebody else, you can talk to them about it and connect to each other and make a new friend. Emma is also a big reader. She enjoys any fiction book that you put in front of her, and it also helps her connect and make more friends. She also told me that nonfiction books will put her to sleep very fast. Coming from a different part of the world is hard, and a lot of people struggle with it, but she enjoys listening to music and reading books. This also lets Emma relate and talk about these things to others, just like she did with Netflix, and make even more friends, which is always a good thing to have. Culture and families differ from family to family. There are so many cultures it is impossible to know it all. In Emma's family, she keeps up with Chinese culture while also enjoying a hot dog on the 4th of July because she believes she needs to keep up with where she came from and also learn about the American culture at the same time. Emma was adopted as a young child. Like I mentioned, she doesn't even know who her real parents are, and she doesn't even know if her birthday that the adoption agency gave her is correct because typically some agencies in China will change birthdays to seem more appealing to parents to help adopt and deal with overloads. Emma likes to keep up with the years in Chinese culture. Right now, it is the year of the pig. The Chinese have a 12-year cycle with the zodiac signs and animals that go with them. And she was born in the year of the lamb, and her brother was born in the year of the goat. Emma's family enjoys celebrating the Chinese New Year with an adoption group they had been meeting up with since she was little. On her American side, she enjoys celebrating all of the holidays with family and friends, such as Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, etc. She loves burgers and other American foods just as equally as Chinese food. Even though she speaks fluent English, she sometimes thinks that she is more Chinese than American, which biologically she is. She doesn't speak any Chinese, and her parents tried to get her to take classes when she was younger, but it didn't really stick and work with her. Lucky for her, she doesn't speak Chinese. She speaks fluent English, which makes there be no language barrier, which lets her communicate with others easier. And this is different from a lot of Asian Americans and even people from other countries that come to America. Language has always been a barrier. This has made the transition a lot easier for her and even make people think that she was born here, which I believe to be a good thing because she can make and form relationships better. And from what I've seen, she has. She has amazing friends that would do anything for her and she would do anything for them. From all the stories of adoption and moving from country to country that you see on the internet, Emma believes that she has it a lot better than most other people that have moved or been adopted or anything in that situation. She loves her family, biological or not. Emma told me that she doesn't want to go back to China for a surplus of reasons. She's a Christian and her religion is persecuted. She enjoys being an American and she loves her American lifestyle. She has nothing to look forward to or see in China, and she has absolute no desire to find her real parents. She doesn't want to take an ancestry test because she doesn't have a desire, and also because she doesn't believe that they're always exact. And she also says that not everybody has their blood stored on file. She is also very content with her life here and has no care in where she came from. She's more worried about her future and her education in high school and college than focusing on her past. Emma's life is very unique, and she embraces that. As I mentioned, she loves to express her Chinese and American culture. Also, like I mentioned earlier, she loves Netflix just like your everyday American teenager, but she also enjoys eating with chopsticks. She finds it fun and says that she's really good at it. And as for her family, even though she is adopted, she said she is loved more than she could ever ask for. In the end, even though she says it's dysfunctional, like most families are, they would do anything for her, and she would do anything for them, and that's all she could ever ask for them from them. She also says that she's balanced her culture equally between where she came from and where she is. In conclusion, people around the world see the world in different ways, celebrate different things, and live their own life, accepting that a society has been hard. But we should respect people with the same respect that we give ourselves, no matter what, no matter their background or religion or anything like that. Together, we need to work together to help accept these individuals into our society. And in the future, if we do this correctly, it can lead to a lot of things. Communication is key in more parts of life than you may think.